Hey everybody, welcome to the team. So I'm Carrie Marshall and this is my business partner Angel Wall, and today we're going to talk about getting started. So first off, we want to say congratulations on your new business. We're super excited for you for taking this step forward to changing your life. And so we're just going to talk about a few things about getting started, and then as you're going through the links of this website, step by step, there's steps to get you started. So first off, I think what we're going to do is we'll just introduce ourselves. We'll let you know a little bit about who we are, and then why we started this business, and why we want you to decide how much a month you want to really earn, and why you want this business for yourself. So I'm going to let my business partner, Angel Wall, introduce herself and share a little bit about her story, and then I will share a little bit about myself.
Awesome. Thanks, Carrie. Welcome, you guys. Super excited to have you guys here with us. We truly are blessed to have you a part of our journey here at Be Epic, but we are also blessed to be a part of yours. So just so you know a little bit about myself, I am a mom of three. I've been married for 23 years. My kids are all grown up. And I am a small business owner. I own a floral and gift shop in my small town in rural Saskatchewan, Canada. And I got started in network marketing 4 years ago. And I want to rewind a little bit back and kind of preface why I'm here today and what vision I see. So first and foremost, you have to know I grew up extremely poor. I was raised by a single mom of three, and like luxury meal for us was Cheese Whiz. Like I kid you not. Like if there was Cheese Whiz in the house, it was like the best day of the year because we just did not have a lot of food. There just wasn't much to go around. And I grew up like this most of my life. And when I got married at 17, I was determined. We were about to have a baby, and I was determined to give my kids a different life. But guess what? We were still in struggle bus because we were broke. As a joke, we worked very hard, but it barely covered our bills. And so me and my husband at that point decided, we need to give our kids a different life. We need something different for our family. We want to show our kids that poverty can be broken. And so our journey really started 23 years ago. And we found ourselves for, about 19 years trading a lot of time for, mediocre money. And so we were putting in long hours. My husband owned a construction company, so he worked 10 to 12 hours a day. I owned a cleaning company at that time. I was putting in tons of hours, coming home sore, grouchy, and not my best self. And, and now my husband is in corrections, and now he puts in, 8 to 12 hour days and gets dictated when he can take a day off. And I'm a small business owner, so I pretty much have to show up or nothing happens. So when I got introduced to this industry, I caught a vision that showed me that my kids that were coming up in high school, how was I going to pay for their college without them going into massive debt? How was I going to pay for my baby girl, who's my oldest, to get married someday? We're going to have to trade more and more time for money. And I wasn't looking forward for that. So I was introduced to network marketing, and I seen a totally different vision. I seen a way that I could impact lives, change people's health, and just help really inspire people to also change their finances. And in turn, it would help my family's finances. That's exactly what happened, you guys. I had some great success coming up to Be Epic. And then I joined Be Epic and the floodgates opened. And I will tell you, in the last year, It has been a tremendous season of growth, and not just for myself, but so many people on this team. I have 2 kids in university, college, that aren't going to have to go into massive debt to go to school because of this business. I paid for my daughter's wedding cash because of this business. I am renovating my cabin to move there cash because of this business. I'm not having to sacrifice tons of hours and time away from my family to be able to have growth and success. And so that was my big why. It all started back 23 years ago. And if I was just going to say my why was because I want to retire my husband and I want my kids to, be able to do XYZ, I wouldn't have the same vision. I had to go deeper. I had to really identify what I wanted for myself, what I wanted for my kids, what I wanted for my husband. And yes, it's true, I want to retire him, but why do I want to do that? You guys, I was a young mom. And now in the future, I have a married daughter. Very good chance I'm only 40 years old at this point. I'm going to be a young grandma. And I'm not going to be able to be a grandma that I want to be if I am a slave to trading hours for money. If I want freedom, you hear this all the time, you want time freedom. What does that mean? If you want freedom, you have to make it happen now. And so for me, that freedom, my daughter lives 16 hours away from me, is if I want to go 16 hours away from me and spend 3 weeks, I now have that freedom. And that is what my big why is to have that freedom to do the things that a job won't allow me to do. And even my brick and mortar doesn't allow me to do. So that's a little bit about me. That's a big part of my why. Obviously I have more parts, helping other people. I have a huge heart for giving. So part of that why to have time freedom, I want to go to Mexico and build houses for 2 months very soon. And that's my passion. We build houses. That's what we love to do. And we want to give that back to other people. I can't do that if I'm a slave to time. Right. So that's my big part of my why. And, I just really challenge you to go deep. If your goals are freedoms, then you have to go deep. If your goal is $500 a month, I'll help you do that this week. Let's go. But if your goal is bigger than that, then you really need to dive deep into that why. And I'll turn it back over to Carrie.
Thank you, Angel. So that's what we really wanted to share with you guys, is we want you to create a vision for yourself. When you have vision will pull you to where you want to go. And so I'm quickly going to share my story with you guys so we can inspire you. We just want to inspire you to understand that whatever your goal is, you can absolutely do that here. And we want to inspire you to get into action and do what's best for you. And sometimes without that inspiration, fear sets in of the unknown. And then we don't step into what we could be or where we could go in life because of fear. So I'm Carrie Marshall, like I said. I too have also been in this industry for 4 years. My story is a little bit similar to Angel's, but I was somebody that was actually looking for a way to earn an income online. I don't know if any of you have Googled how to make money online, and different things come up. A lot of those things were not something that I could do. And network marketing was actually on the top of that list. I didn't really know much about the industry, and I never met anybody who, really had a ton of success in this industry. And so when I was on maternity leave, I actually found this industry, and this industry has been a massive blessing for me. I met a girl on Facebook. She had a product that I wanted to try for myself. And she said, come in for the discount. And I thought, okay, yeah, she's like, long term, it's going to save you money. Just come in for the discount. So I was like, okay, I could do that. Like, who doesn't want to save money, right? Makes sense. Came in for the discount. And then when I got my kit, she said, you know, do you want to make your money back from your kit? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Like, I'd love to make my money back. Who doesn't want to make it back? Because then, you know, then this app has cost me nothing. And she said, you know, why don't you invite a few friends over, just share the products with them, and you can make your money back. And to me, I thought, okay, yeah, no, I can do that. Seems simple enough. So I invited a few friends over. I shared what I found, and a bunch of them wanted to try it too. And so I made about $600 from just inviting a few friends over. And she said, you know, why don't you continue to share with the people who just couldn't make it to your house and share with them for the rest of the month? And so I did that, and I made $1,000. Not life-changing money, you guys, $1,000. But I tell you what $1,000 meant to me at that time. $1,000 was eye-opening to me because, one, I was like, okay, this is something that I can do. I can share amazing things with people. So I knew that it was something I could do. And then the second thing that I realized very quickly, that this could be my solution to not having to go back to my corporate job. So I had a job at a bank in dealer loan financing, which is vehicle loans. It was a great job, but there was a glass ceiling in that industry. I knew that no matter how hard I worked, I would never make more than $60,000 a year. I also knew that the average lifespan of anybody in any corporate position nowadays is about 6 years. After that, you're too expensive to keep around. And so what they do is they let you go and they hire somebody younger or somebody who was laid off from the exact same position somewhere else. And so you're starting over all the time. And that is what happens in corporate America nowadays, is that you don't have a very long lifespan, and it's very hard to get ahead. And I really realized that all I was really coming ahead was about $1,500 a month. You guys, 2 kids in childcare is about $700 per kid here in Canada for good childcare. To my parking downtown was about $15 a day. And then after taxes, that's all I was really coming ahead. So I knew the difference between me being home with my kids and somebody else raising my kids was $1,500 a month. So when I first came into this industry, you guys, that's all I wanted was $1,500 a month, just to be able to stay at home with my kids. And that was my why. That was my vision when I came into this industry, was if I could make an extra $1,500 a month, I could stay at home with my kids. I could raise my own kids. And that's what I did. I came in and I did that. And then from there, my vision grew to where I could be and what I could do. And now, you know, this industry has done so much for myself and for Angel, like she was saying, and we've been extremely blessed. And it was all because we came in, we got into action. And so that very first company I didn't stay with, they had great products. But my passion is health and wellness. My passion is helping people feel better. There is nothing better when you get those messages saying, you know, I slept for the first time in years. I got a message the other day that said, Carrie, I don't know what the heck is in this tea, but I've had a headache for 14 years and today's the first day I haven't had a headache. That's life-changing to somebody, and that fires me up. And then when you can change somebody's financial situation, that also fires me up. When you have somebody reaching out to you saying, oh my goodness, I made my first $500, you know, this is going to help me pay for groceries. That fires me up and that gets me excited. And I know that I'm in the right place because I can really change lives, not only with products, but with the opportunity. And we have something really special here. We have something different. We have a vehicle where we can help as many people as possible. So what I want you to do is I want you to take some time and write down maybe a short-term goal for yourself of how much you want to make. And then don't be scared to think long-term, and don't be scared to think big. And then I want you to do is write down why. So both Angel and I, when we came in, we knew why we wanted to do this. And it was that why that drove us to get out and get into action. And when you know why you want something, you're more likely to go out and do it. So if I just wrote down I wanted to make $1,500 a month and there was nothing to attach to that number, it didn't speak to my soul and my heart, I wouldn't have went out and did it. But because I knew that I wanted to be able to stay at home with my kids, and there was something attached to that, I was able to go out and achieve that. And then since then, my why has grew. Angel and I came in here into this business, and we knew that this was everything that we wanted, and we knew that we could help a lot of people. And we came in and we hit the top rank in 14 weeks because our visions grew for what more we could do for ourselves and our family. And so, like, for me, my number one goal is to be completely debt free. I want to have no debt. I don't want that burden. It makes me feel like a slave. I don't want that in my life. And so that is one of my big goals that gets me up. It puts me into action every day. And when you have a why, you're going to go out and you're going to change your life. So this is your step. Please write down how much you want to earn, make yourself a short-term goal, a long-term goal, and find out why you want to do it. And if you're having trouble writing out your why, reach out to somebody to help you. The next thing that I will say is make sure you're connected to your nearest diamond. Your nearest diamond is here to help you. If you don't know who that is, that's totally fine. Reach out to myself or Angel and we will help you. And we will also find out who your nearest diamond is, and we will introduce you to them as well. With that, please go through the next part of this getting started. And we're excited to get to know you, and we're excited to help you on your journey. Angel, do you have anything you want to add to the end of that?
All right, guys, just go out and really utilize this tool. Go through the steps, and as you're completing the steps, let your sponsor know, so that way they can cheer you along and help you answer any questions as you're going through it. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.